Have you ever noticed that out of nowhere, your cat comes walking in that little way they do, gets close to you, and just starts rubbing up against your legs? This happens when you get home, when you're standing in the kitchen, or even when you're just standing there in the middle of the living room. And then a lot of people wonder, but why does my cat do this? Is it affection? Is it because they're hungry, or is there a deeper reason behind this behavior? Today, I'm going to tell you everything about this feline behavior that seems simple, but actually has much more meaning than it appears. So get comfy, because this is one of those talks every cat lover needs to hear. Oh, and before we continue, go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow and shows me that you enjoy this kind of content about cat behavior. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because there's a new video every week. And hey, stick around till the end because I'm going to share a reason behind this behavior that almost no one talks about, and it might change the way you understand your cat. And of course, I want you to comment afterwards if your cat does this to you and in what situations. All right, now let's get into it. When a cat rubs up against your legs, it's not just because they want affection, although that can be part of it. This behavior, which might seem simple on the surface, actually has deep roots in feline, language, and psychology. To really understand it, we need to remember that cats are highly sensory and territorial animals. More than anything, their world revolves around scent. For them, scent is identity. It's how they recognize what's safe, what's familiar, and what belongs to them. So when your cat rubs against your legs, they're marking you with their scent, using scent glands located mainly on their head, chin, and sides of the body. This behavior is known as bunting or contact marking. It's as if they're saying, "You're mine. You're part of my territory, my family, my world." And that goes way beyond just showing affection. It's a way of building bonds, reinforcing connections, and making sure the space around them smells like them, including you. And here's something interesting. When you come home from outside, you bring with you all kinds of strange smells from other places, people, maybe even other animals. So your cat feels the need to reclaim you, to re-establish that olfactory balance. And how do they do that? By rubbing on you. It's like they're saying, "All right, now you're mine again." This behavior is also a kind of greeting. It's their way of saying, "Hey, I'm glad you're back." But instead of words, they use their body and their scent. And here's the thing. The more your cat likes you, the more they'll want you to smell like them. It's a form of mutual protection, almost like a silent hug in feline language. And what's even more fascinating is realizing that this behavior, your cat rubbing up against you, can have slightly different meanings, depending on the time of day or the situation. Cats are incredibly sensitive to their environment and routines, so everything they do has a specific purpose, even if, to us, it all looks the same. For example, if your cat rubs against your legs right when you get home, you can be sure it's a mix of missing you and a need to re-establish that emotional and scent-based bond. Yes, they missed you. But more than that, they want to make sure you still belong to them. It's as if they're saying, "You were outside, you were gone. You picked up all these unfamiliar smells. But now you're back, and I need to bring you back into my world." This gesture is comforting not only for the cat, but also for you. It's a way to restore the connection between you. Now, if they do it when you're standing in the kitchen or at other random times throughout the day, it might be more about communication. It could be a way of asking for attention, food, or simply saying, "Hey, I'm here. Don't forget about me." And what's beautiful is that even in these more practical moments, there's still that layer of affection and familiarity built into the behavior. Here's another detail a lot of people don't notice. This isn't just something cats do with humans. Cats also do this with each other. Have you ever noticed that? When two cats are friends, or part of the same social group, it's common to see them rubbing against each other, especially on the head, face, and sides. They do this to mix their scents and strengthen their social bonds. It creates a kind of group scent, something that symbolizes belonging and trust. And with you, the process is the same, just adapted to the human-feline relationship. Your cat sees you as part of their group, their family, so they instinctively do what they know strengthens that connection. They mix their scent with yours. It's a clear sign that they trust you and see you as someone truly special. Now, there's also that classic moment every cat owner knows. You're in the kitchen, stirring a pot, chopping something, preparing a meal, and suddenly, here comes your cat. With that unmistakable feline charm, they rub up against your legs, like it's no big deal. And of course, you start to wonder, is he hungry? Is he hoping for a treat? And yes, many times, this behavior can be a sign of anticipation. Your cat knows the kitchen is where good things happen. Cats are incredibly observant, and if they've learned that tasty bits of chicken, wet food pouches, or even a crunchy treat might come from there, it's totally natural for them to approach full of hope. But here's the key point. Even in these moments where there's clearly a little self-interest involved, the behavior still shows a deep level of trust. Your cat only feels comfortable enough to approach you when you're busy, standing, handling objects, sometimes sharp or hot ones, like knives or pans, because they feel safe around you. They trust your presence in that space. That kind of behavior is incredibly meaningful because it reveals a bond that goes far beyond just asking for food. It shows that your cat associates you with comfort, predictability, and emotional safety. They wouldn't do this with just anyone, only with someone they see as part of their emotional territory. And here's something else. Often, even when your cat isn't hungry, they'll still come rub against you in the kitchen, just to maintain that contact, to remind you they're there, and to be included in whatever is happening. It's almost like an invitation to involve them in your routine. And honestly, that's one of the biggest signs of affection a cat can give. Another really interesting point, and something many people don't even realize, is that the part of your body your cat chooses to rub against actually says a lot. That's right. To a cat, it's not all the same. There's intention behind each movement. Some cats prefer to rub against your lower legs, around the ankles, especially when you're standing still or walking. This is the most common type and is often a practical way for them to leave their scent on you with a quick pass. It's like a little present stamp. I was here. I marked you. You're mine. But then there are cats who take it a step further. They rub higher, up to your knees, twine more slowly around your legs, or even give you those gentle little headbutts. If your cat does this with you, know that you're being gifted with a gesture of true affection. This behavior actually has a name: bunting. Bunting is an even more intense and personal form of affectionate marking. A cat's forehead and cheeks contain special glands that release pheromones, chemical signals that carry emotional and social messages to other cats, and to you, even if we can't smell them ourselves. When your cat presses their forehead against you or rubs their face on you, they're literally leaving a love stamp. It's their way of saying, "You're my safe place. I choose you. And I want you to carry a little piece of me with you." And here's the important part. Bunting is reserved for those the cat truly trusts. Not just anyone gets this kind of gesture. If you've ever received one of those gentle headbutts, consider yourself lucky. It's one of the clearest signs of affection in a cat's emotional vocabulary. What's more, this kind of contact is also calming for the cat. They don't just do it for you, it also comforts them. By spreading their scent, they're organizing their world, making it feel familiar and safe. But like everything in the feline world, this behavior also has a more subtle and mysterious side. One that's not always easy to notice, but says a lot about how cats cope with the world around them. Some cats rub against your legs not just for affection, territorial marking, or the hope of food, but as a way of emotional self-regulation. That's right. At certain times, especially when something in their environment feels off, like having visitors over, changes in routine, unfamiliar noises, new smells, or even the absence of a family member, a cat may feel a bit insecure, anxious, or stressed. So what do? They seek out your presence. They come closer to the one they trust most. And by rubbing against you, they find a way to reaffirm their sense of security, to emotionally anchor themselves in what's still familiar and predictable. It's as if they're saying, through their body language, okay, the world feels a little chaotic right now, but you're here, so I'm safe. This contact acts as a kind of ritual of emotional reconnection. It's the cat saying, help me balance what I'm feeling. And we often don't even realize we're that silent support. But for them, it makes all the difference. And here's the beautiful part. Cats, who are often seen as distant or too independent, are actually deeply sensitive. They just show it in subtler ways. And when they choose to come to you during those more chaotic moments of the day, they're showing not just trust, but a genuine positive emotional dependence. They trust you as a safe harbor, as a foundation of stability. And that's one of the deepest connections a cat can build with a human. Remember when I said I'd share a reason that not many people talk about at the end? Well, this is one of the most interesting and least discussed behaviors when your cat rubs against you, redirecting emotional energy. You know when your cat sees something that really grabs their attention. Maybe a bird outside the window, another cat, a dog passing by, or even a strange noise. Those stimuli spark excitement or even some frustration, especially because they can't go outside to interact, hunt, or investigate what they saw. In those moments, the cat is filled with a burst of energy, kind of wired up, but without a healthy way to burn off all that adrenaline. So what do? They redirect that energy towards something they consider safe. You. By rubbing against your legs, the cat is actually using you as a kind of emotional outlet. This physical contact serves as a way to cool down their excitement, to release the tension they're feeling. It's like they're saying, I can't go out there right now, but I can let off this anxiety with you. And here's what's amazing. This not only shows the cat's ability to manage their emotions, but also how much they trust you to be their support during these times. They know you're a safe harbor, someone who will accept their energy without judgment and offer comfort and security. So next time your cat comes rubbing against your legs insistently like that, remember, it might be their way of taking care of their own emotional health, using you as a refuge for those intense feelings. This side of the behavior is less known, but super important for us to understand the feline world and to deepen the bond with our four-legged friends. So, next time your cat comes rubbing against your legs, remember that this gesture is so much more than just something cute they do. It's a true language full of meaning, covering a wide range of emotions and intentions. From deep love and a sense of possession, through anxiety and joy, to longing and the building of your daily routine together. Every little rub, every gentle touch carries a story, a special message. It's as if your cat is sharing a piece of their feline soul, trying to communicate with you in a unique, subtle and affectionate way. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep learning more about the amazing world of cats, go ahead and leave a like right now to help the channel grow. Subscribe down below if you're not part of our family yet, And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Because every week, there's fresh new content waiting for you. And of course, I really want to hear from you. When does your cat usually rub against you? Share in the comments below so we can exchange experiences, because every kitty has their own special way, and I love knowing how it is in your home. Oh, and if you made it this far, drop a comment with the hashtag #MyCatLovesMe so I know you're part of the crew that truly loves understanding and connecting more and more with their feline friends. Thank you so much for joining me in this chat full of love for cats. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, here's a loving kiss, a sweet purr, and all my affection for you and your four-legged buddy. See you soon!